Epilepsy, Ubisoft. Multicultural sex, genders, religious beliefs. Epilepsy, Ubisoft, multicultural, save slots. This is Joshy Box. We're playing Assassin's Creed Syndicate by Ubisoft Multicultural. Sex slots. Epilepsy. Initially on doing the thing. Initializing online services. That's what it is. I need to take the costume off him. His head looks way too big in there. Doesn't it? He's got a big head. His head looks normal when he's wearing a different costume, I think. We're gonna switch out of the Edgar. Is that what he's wearing? I think so. Where am I going? Acquire new skills to level up and be able to equip better gear. I kind of like that he has no hat with this outfit. It's different than the other outfits where he would have a hat. Okay, let's not worry about outfits too much right now. What am I doing? Alright. We got missions. Oh, I'm pretty close to an evening mission. Oh yeah, we can do some reading first. I need to take a walk or something. Bank of England. So, the end of the 17th century saw the nations of Europe pitted against one another in the 9 Years' War. It was an expensive war for England. And after suffering a significant naval defeat in the Battle of Beachy Head, King William III couldn't afford to rebuild their navy. Then came a Scottish merchant named William Patterson, who, with a handful of his colleagues, raised 1.2 million pounds from rich and poor alike in 11 days to finance the government. This was the Bank of England, and those who donated were its first shareholders. The bank proved to be the most financially sound investment one could make. If an early shareholder continually reinvested dividends from an initial £100 investment, their shares would be worth over 40 million by the time the bank became nationalized in 1945. Of course, £100 in 1694 was the equivalent of roughly £15,000 today, so good luck finding that behind the Sophie. The Bank of England was originally based in Mercer's Chapel, but was given its own home on Threadneedle Street in the 1730s. The bank's nickname, the Old Lady of Threadneedle Street, comes from a notable patron named Sarah Whitehead, the sister of a former employee who was found guilty of forgery and executed in 1811. Sarah was so traumatized by the death of her brother that she visited the bank every day for the next 25 years asking to see her brother. Okay. Let's go through the collectibles. Those are usually a little faster and funnier. Mild ale, bottled in Scotland. Sean's tasting notes. Interesting. Period advertisements for this beer suggest the innumerable workers who dug the miles upon miles of tunnels and collectors beneath London. What is it? Basilget's Respite? Their nose constantly assaulted by nauseous fumes, their eyes offended by unspeakable refuses, would appreciate a balanced and moderate brew bottled in the north of Scotland, which, as far as I can tell, is 3 lies for the price of 1. So yeah, it's not very good, apparently. American Cowslip. Dodecatheon media. I don't know. You are my divinity. Linnaeus has given to it the name of Dodecatheon, which signifies 12 divinities. It is perhaps rather a pompous name for so modest a flower, but on that point, botanists and especially lovers are not very particular. The language of flowers. Lily. Lilium chalcedonicum majesty. The lily's height bespake command, a fair imperial flower. She seemed designed for Flora's hand, the scepter of her power. The language of flowers. Viola pedata, modesty. Violet is for faithfulness, which in me shall abide, hoping likewise that from your heart you will not let it slide. The language of flowers. Wonderful. And just some pictures to look at. Right. The royal bodyguard searching the vaults of the House of Parliament before opening of the session. Alright. We don't see anybody dressed like that. I guess this is a different time. Gathering wood violets. The Monday popular concerts. Arrival of members of Parliament at Paul's Wharf. Alright, well, maybe that's enough reading. Let's look at one assassin intel, maybe. Hopefully it won't be reading. It is reading. I might as well read all of these. They go together. Or, no, maybe I'll read one, and then... because parts 2, 3, 4, and 5, and then maybe I'll wait for the other 2 to read some more. This is Giovanni Borgia. DDS, data dump site, or something, genetic memory export, 1503. My brothers have placed a child in my care. His family has long served us, but he is still a pup. I am to teach him the ways of the order, as I was taught in his age. He is a scrawny child, both thin and tall for his age. He will have some difficulty at first, but his body will adapt to the training. Francesco is eager as well as thorough. He repeats his questions. He asks me to repeat demonstrations as he studies. He will not move on with a lesson unless he is satisfied with the results. At times I grow frustrated because he is a perfectionist. Francesco is quick to anger. He charges me with purpose and sword flailing. I light tap him on the side to show him how my blade easily passed his uncontrolled attack. I encourage him to calm himself in battle. Emotion is a weakness. I riposte and knock Francesco's sword from his grip. He takes it poorly, slumping his shoulders and insulting himself. I pick it up for him and tell him to try again, explaining how to keep a better grip on a weapon. It is important to let a child be a child. I leave Francesco with a group of children his age in a nearby village. They put together a small parade, and Francesco takes to the lead. I cheer for him in his toy armor. I believe Francesco will make an exceptional addition to the order. The boy is strong, despite his physical limitations. Speaking with him is like speaking to an adult at times. He is wise beyond his years. Oh, that's sweet. So, Giovanni Borgia is bonding with Francesco. It sounds like he's like a son to him. Should be interesting to see how that progresses later. I could read all 3 of the next ones now, but let's wait till the others gather, and then we can maybe do them all at once. It's hard to tell when they do gather, but yeah, I don't feel like reading anymore right now, basically is what I'm saying. And we'll maybe try to save them for a little bit. Okay, I'm close to this mission. It's only 200 yards. Oh, that's kind of far. All right, we'll just jump on a horse. Okay, it looks like it would be this way. I'm just gonna go the way it looks. I'm not gonna follow the directions.
Walk on, go.
No, I'm not gonna turn that way.
That's the way.
It's this way. I can tell which way it is. It's trying to trick me. Okay, it's only 50 meters away now. I'm just gonna go this way. I'm sorry. Those directions were all over the place, weren't they? Okay, lady with the lamp. We're about to transform into what's her face? I can save the video clip first, shall I? Yeah, let's save it.